Hello and welcome to the Grand Black Safari, a travel and adventure show with a difference. My name is Kula, Budi.
And my name is Sanaipei, Tande. Now we have a lot in store for you on this season. And of course, you know our boss,
Yes.
KG, has been sending us on several but wonderful and amazing adventures to very many scenic destinations here in Kenya. All in a bit, of course, to show off our beauty and the wealth that our country has to offer. Right, so we're heading to Nyeri. I have no idea what KG has in store for us. I'm just glad to be getting out of this Nairobi heat, eh? So now, let me just ask you, that thing or bag that you call, is that it? As in, you're packed, you're ready to go?
I travel light.
I'm sorry, Ati. You travel
light. I'm a man, we don't carry much stuff.
light. Hey, like I tell that to your skin tone, eh?
You should have taken a flight.
I cannot believe you actually just stopped the car. You stopped the car.
You asked me to.
Kenyan man.
Yes, Kenyan men and Kenyan jokes. If you wanted to get there quicker, you should have come out yesterday.
Oh my God.
The plan was to try and get to the waterfall. We were running very low on humidity and the competition spirit was at its highest. My plan was to paddle as hard as I could to get to the waterfall before Sana, seeing as she had decided it was a school's debate session that girls were better than boys.
I had made my bed and I had to lie in it. Really, it was all my fault that we were competing. I knew Kula was one competitive guy, but so was my mouth. This went on until I got tired and the current wasn't as accommodating as I'd hoped. We had to change the strategy though if we were going to see what's behind the waterfall.
The instructions were to acquaint ourselves with the waterfall, a huge challenge that was coming next. And going behind the waterfall was one sure way of getting comfortable with the water. We got to see what so many people have never seen.
Going behind the waterfall wasn't the challenge. The challenge was getting out. Imagine taking a shower with no netted shower head and with water, a lot of water falling 40 feet. It was quite the experience. Extremely scary, but extremely fun. We were then to move on to the second challenge of the day, still within the same theme of acquainting ourselves with the water. Plunging down the waterfall. Clearly, Kula was still in his competitive spirit. He didn't even think about it. It's like he was jumping a small puddle of water. His plunge was meant to motivate me to plunge as well. That wasn't the case. What if I plunged then disappeared? What if it wasn't deep enough? What if I wasn't heavy enough and the wind would blow me away? Possibly towards where hippos and crocs hide. What if there was a loose hippo right under there and I landed on his eye? That wouldn't be nice. I however remembered that there was some competition going on between Kula and I, and that I had called him a scaredy cat severally. So I had to do it.
The huge challenge of the day was ziplining across the length of the river. Seemed easy enough. It made sense why we were meant to acquaint ourselves with the water. This seemed easy enough, seeing as we were not afraid of falling on the water. We had plunged 40 feet.
All right, rock.
What we didn't expect though was the bungee cord at the end. To be honest, I thought I had died. I closed my eyes at the end once I realized I wasn't stopping and waited to see the bright light. Luckily, I hadn't eaten yet. Otherwise, I'm not sure I would still have it in me to hold anything. I felt all sorts of feelings at the time. I secretly hoped Sana hadn't seen what had happened at the end so she could experience the same exact thing.
Ziplining? I had ziplined before. Not across a river and definitely not to my death. The bounce. First of all, my wig went halfway and I was concentrating on the wig instead of the light. It was a moment of pure multitasking and a moment of pure childlike joy.
Really? You're weak?
Now let me ask you, if it had fallen off in the river, would you have gone after it?
Depends. Is it a floater or a sinker?
Let me tell you, Kula, that thing could have floated all the way to the Indian Ocean if it needed to.
Then why are you worried? We probably have gotten it while we're shooting episode 2. Right?
You are so silly. Anyway, so on that note, we have come to the end of this episode. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you again next week.